I think there's two pieces that I noticed pretty regularly. And one of them is just kind of the workflow automation or the ability to move very seamlessly between steps. So in an HR system, you don't necessarily always have the ability to move between steps pretty seamlessly or with certainty. There's some manual follow-up required. There's manual kind of information gathering and then scheduling and checking schedules and kind of coordinating all of that. So I think that's probably the first. The second for me that just feels very different is the ability to communicate with the candidate in a way that's proactive and branded and also kind of automated. So I'm able to send very concise, branded, organic interaction emails to my candidates, but in a way that aligns with a candidate experience that gives them all level playing field or maybe take some variability out of that communication process and interview process. So my candidates have a pretty similar experience. They're being asked to do the same things. They're being evaluated on the same qualifications and expectations. And so I think that we're able to really effectively remove some of the bias and remove some of the variability in the interview process because we're all people and we're all coming at this with our own personal experiences and our own personal bias and our own personal expectations. But because we have an applicant tracking system that lays out those expectations so clearly, it lays out that feedback so clearly, I'm actually able to brief my team on what my expectations are for their time and their interview schedule. So they know kind of that core set of questions, that core set of information that I want them to spend their time on. And so they're not having a really straightforward conversation with you, but then when they talk to Josh, they're having a great day and they're just so happy and they're like talking about racing or sports. So we're able to really give a lot of feedback or give a lot of information up front and context. And so we all are kind of starting from that same place so that we can have a really uniform expectation or a really uniform evaluation of all of these candidates. And I think that a lot of the HR systems that we see, they kind of lack that background because the focus really isn't the interview process. The focus is bringing them in as an employee. And what are the functionality that they need as an employee? Where to limit their time off, where they need to do all of these things once they're here. But having a tracking system it's connected, it's still integrated, but it's operating separately and it was intended to really focus as an applicant tracking system, it's more robust. There's more opportunities to really give that background and that feedback and all of the information so that we can do all of those stages really well. We can still give our employees all the information that they need. We can also give our candidates all of the information that they need. And we're still connecting, we're still integrating, we're still able to utilize all of those functionalities, but we can just do the upfront piece better.